burning sensation in your feet, tingling in your hands, random shocks in your legs out of nowhere, and you've tried everything. Pills, injections, physical therapy, acupuncture, herbal teas, CBD, even old home remedies. But the pain always comes back. Stronger, more constant, more brutal. What if I told you the real problem might be hiding in your warm cup of tea? I know it sounds strange, but it's true. If you're dealing with symptoms of neuropathy, there's a silent toxin moving through your body right now. And the worst part? You might be feeding it every single day without even realizing it, through a common daily habit. Here's the truth. What you're feeling has nothing to do with worn-out nerves. It's not your age. It's not diabetes. It's not poor circulation. The latest research shows the pain isn't really coming from the nerve itself. It's from an internal attack triggered by a vitamin deficiency that most doctors don't even catch. This deficiency sets off a toxic molecule in your body, one that acts like acid on your nerves, burning through everything in its path. It eats away at the protective coating of your nerve fibers, leaving them exposed and fragile like live wires. That's why even the lightest touch turns into pain. It triggers electric shocks, burning, numbness, muscle stiffness, and weakness. Your own body becomes a trap. Does that sound familiar? The pain hits out of nowhere. Your feet feel like they're on fire, but they're cold to the touch. Your hands tingle like they're falling asleep. Test results come back normal, and every doctor tells you something different. One said it was all in your head. Another blamed diabetes. Some swore it was neuropathy. A few said it was just stress. Others chalked it up to age. And almost all of them prescribed the same thing. Take this medication and come back in 30 days. But deep down, you know something isn't right. And what do most doctors recommend? Steroids, antidepressants, gabapentin, pregabalin. Sometimes it's an electric stimulator or that same old cookie-cutter physical therapy. Same routine for everyone. But all of that just tricks your body for a few hours. It doesn't fix anything. It doesn't treat the real issue. It just delays the inevitable. It's like a small crack in your windshield. It starts tiny, almost invisible, and then suddenly the whole thing shatters. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, burning in your feet or legs, stinging in your fingers, shocks in your hands, numbness when walking, feeling like you're stepping on broken glass, extreme fatigue just from standing up, weak hands that can't hold a glass, a fork, a key, even struggling to make it to the bathroom on your own, then your nerves might be breaking down as we speak. And if nothing changes, the next stage is losing mobility, then losing feeling, then amputation, and finally, being moved into a nursing home, unable to care for yourself. Yeah, that's what happens to people who wait too long. I know because I almost lost my wife to this. On one of the most unforgettable days of our lives, she could barely get out of bed. She tried to hold on to the bathroom door frame and collapsed to the floor, unable to move her legs. The doctor said, "She'll need decompression surgery. Just so you know, it's risky. It could leave her unable to walk permanently." In that moment, I froze. A drop of sweat ran down my face. Time stopped. I wasn't going to let her be stuck in a wheelchair or doped up for the rest of her life. That's when, through an old colleague, I heard about a Swedish researcher named Dr. Sven Johansson. Not exactly a household name outside of academia, but he might have made the most important nerve pain discovery of the decade, and no one's talking about it. What Dr. Sven uncovered was the role of a forgotten vitamin. It's yellow-colored, made naturally by your body, but almost no one has enough of it. When replenished the right way, this vitamin doesn't just calm nerve inflammation, it actually shuts off the pain signals and activates your body's natural regeneration process. A different kind of vitamin, a protocol that can help you take back what pain has stolen. Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, you're going to find out the silent mistake that turns a little tingling in your feet into a one-way ticket to a wheelchair, the inflammatory molecule your own body produces that eats away the coating around your nerves like acid, leaving them fully exposed, and how to neutralize it in under 7 days. The alarming reason why people with severe neuropathy are starting to experience memory loss, brain fog, and even early signs of dementia. The yellow vitamin that shuts down the pain molecule and might be sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now, but no one ever taught you how to use it properly. And the real story the pain industry tried to keep hidden until now. And you're going to hear it step by step. During my research, I followed the case of a 61-year-old man who could barely walk. Today, he takes his grandkids to school, walks his dog in the afternoon, and is back to going out to dinner with his wife. after quitting all the meds that once kept him stuck in bed. And he's not alone. Over 20,978 people have already broken free from the pain.
Last month, I spent over $800 on painkillers and doctors, and it was all for nothing. Since I started using this, my back pain and leg weakness have disappeared, and I no longer feel discomfort when I stand up. It's truly different from anything I've ever tried, and I highly recommend it.
For years, I suffered from nerve pain that caused excruciating pain in my back and legs. 3 weeks ago, doctors put me in a wheelchair, and the only thing that worked for me was morphine. I almost paid $34,000 for a risky surgery that could have even left me paralyzed, but then by sheer chance, I watched this video. All I have to say is that this yellow vitamin literally saved my life.
I couldn't keep this discovery to myself. That's why this video was made, for those who still have time to act before the pain takes away what's left of your freedom. But pay close attention. This content is only available for a limited time. There are forces trying to silence what's about to be revealed here. If you're struggling with neuropathy, get ready, because what you're about to discover could be the difference between a future of diapers and pain, or freedom, movement, and your life back. My wife and I took part in an international health program called Health in Focus. That's where, for the very first time, I shared everything I'd uncovered about the real cause of neuropathy and how this forgotten vitamin might actually help reverse the condition, even in more advanced cases. The program aired, but not long after, it started disappearing from several platforms, with no official explanation. That's why we've decided to release the original recording here. So now, sit back and watch the video.
Welcome to Health in Focus, the show where we dive into real solutions and little-known breakthroughs that are changing how we deal with some of the toughest health challenges of the modern world. I'm Rachel Matthews, and in today's episode, we're revealing something that could impact millions of people suffering from chronic nerve pain. Our guest is an orthopedic doctor who discovered this solution while trying to save his own wife's life. It's a forgotten vitamin, yellow in color, that can shut off the pain molecule and naturally trigger nerve regeneration. But before we get into this powerful topic, one that's been largely overlooked by conventional medicine, let's get to know the man behind this discovery a little better. Welcome, Dr. Richard. Can you tell us a bit about your background and some of your key achievements?
Sure, Rachel. As I mentioned before, my name is Richard. I'm 48 years old, and I live in Chicago with my family. I'm an orthopedic doctor, specializing in spine health, with over 15 years of experience. Throughout my career, I've had the opportunity to work with some of the world's finest health professionals, including a stint in Sweden, where I collaborated with researchers from the Karolinska Institute, a center very respected for its work with natural health. These experiences have put me on the front lines of many treatments, where I've witnessed significant advances and been part of incredible discoveries. However, what I'm going to share with you today is, without a doubt, one of the most impactful moments of my entire career.
Before we continue with our conversation, we have a very special guest who I'd like to bring on stage. She is a crucial part of the story that Dr. Richard is sharing with us today. Please welcome Susan, Richard's wife.
Thank you, Rachel. It's a pleasure to be here today.
Susan, we understand that you've been through incredibly challenging times with your health. Could you tell us a bit about that?
Of course, Rachel. A few years ago, I began to experience terrible nerve pain, like electric shocks running through my body.
It was around that time that I received that call from our daughter. She was really worried because the pain Susan was experiencing kept getting worse, and the doctors suggested a nerve decompression surgery, which was very risky. Susan has always been a warrior in our home, a strong and independent woman who took care of all of us. I never imagined she'd end up in such a vulnerable situation.
What was her life like before the first symptoms?
She was at a stage in her life where she devoted all her energy to taking care of our family. She dreamed of providing unforgettable experiences, exploring new places with our kids, and creating memories that would last forever.
I had many plans, but everything in my life turned upside down suddenly. I felt a lot of pain, accompanied by burn-in, tingling, and weakness in my legs, feet, hands, and arms. I felt extremely tired and weak, to the point that I could barely perform my daily activities. Even standing up was complicated.
And how did you find out that all this was due to neuropathy?
During a consultation, we received the news that none of us expected, a diagnosis of severe neuropathy. It was devastating and took us completely by surprise.
And what were the first steps taken after the diagnosis?
we decided to explore other options because we didn't want to subject her to the risk of a painful and extremely risky surgery. From that day on, the doctor suggested various painkillers and physical therapy sessions. At first, we hoped that this might help, but unfortunately, Susan's condition only worsened over time.
Over the next 4 years, my pain intensified. It never stabilized. I kept getting worse. I frequently felt tingling and weakness in my nerves, and a sharp pain that never went away. It was when my former doctor increased my medication dosage and started loading me up with corticosteroid injections. He also recommended other treatments like acupuncture, chiropractic, and CBD, and we tried all of that, but unfortunately nothing helped. My mobility worsened, and my nerves became more sensitive. But the worst happened about a year ago when I had such a severe crisis that I couldn't get out of bed for weeks.
In addition to the excruciating pain, she would tremble when trying to stand and no longer had the strength to remain upright. Unfortunately, surgery was her only option. The problem is that the surgery, called nerve decompression, not only costs $35,000, but also involves an invasive procedure to manipulate the affected nerves. There's a significant risk of damaging the surrounding tissues and, more critically, the nerves themselves, which could result in more persistent pain, burning, numbness, weakness, or even total loss of mobility.
I can imagine you were terrified of seeing your wife ending up in a wheelchair.
He tried to stay calm to not scare me, but I could tell from his face he was terrified.
It was extremely complicated. At that moment, I had 3 options. The first option was to let my wife continue suffering in bed, taking the prescribed medications that don't cure anything and only make the problem worse. The second option was to send Susan for surgery with no guarantee of success, risking leaving her in a wheelchair for the rest of her life. Or I could choose the third option, fight for her and seek another solution that could eliminate this problem from her life once and for all, without causing more damage or suffering.
And you don't even need to tell me which option you chose. Seeing your wife here today, extremely healthy and without any sign of pain, I'm sure you fought for a solution.
No doubt, Rachel, it became clear that the third option was my only choice, and from that day on, I knew this was my new life mission. So that very day, I promised I wouldn't rest until I found a solution to my wife's neuropathic pain.
Richard would stay up all night searching for a solution, and I began to worry about him. He started to look really worn out from exhaustion and stress.
I couldn't rest. My priority was to learn everything I could about neuropathy. I spent hours every day immersed in research, often falling asleep in the morning with my laptop by my side. In the last 2 weeks, I dove into medical studies and journals, both in libraries and online. What disturbed me was realizing that neuropathic pain was becoming an increasingly common problem, affecting millions of people around the world. Just in the USA, millions suffer from this debilitating condition, and many end up resorting to risky surgeries that don't always solve the problem.
You know that on my show, I Love a Controversy, we can't help but mention that nerve pain is also a huge source of profit for big pharmaceutical companies, right?
I wasn't going to touch on that topic, but since you opened the door, many big pharmaceutical companies have been caught bribing doctors to sell their expensive treatments, which only mask the symptoms to people who often don't even need them, bringing a temporary solution that makes you dependent on these medications every month. The CEOs of these companies make billions, while the patients continue to suffer.
That is very sad, but it makes total sense. After all, if they sold the definitive solution, people wouldn't buy their medications every month, which would significantly reduce their revenue.
Exactly, and for a long time, I myself was a hostage to these medications that only brought momentary relief, and I learned to live with the symptoms. But the more time passed, the worse my situation got.
Another thing I discovered in my research was that doctors are so overwhelmed that they quickly prescribe palliative treatments and move on without addressing the root cause of neuropathy, which only makes the real problem worsen over time. It was day and night. I researched tirelessly, called numerous doctors, universities, questioned specialists, and scoured online studies. But all the advice I received was no different from what Susan's doctor had always said. Take medication, do physical therapy. But it was exactly this kind of advice and following it that almost led her to undergo a dangerous surgery. I reached the point of exhaustion, researching late into the night, waking up early, day after day.
Right, and when was the big turning point? How did you find the solution for your wife?
Here we go, Rachel. One day while I was talking to my friend Stuart from my days at the Karolinska Institute about my wife's problem and all my research, he said, maybe Dr. Sven can help. Dr. Sven Johansson is a professor of medicine known for his groundbreaking research in treating neuropathic pain. According to Stewart, he had developed a new method that could stop nerve pain using a natural approach. No drugs, no surgery, and no palliative procedures.
That sounds really incredible.
Exactly, that's what I thought. This is exactly what Susan needs, I said to myself. However, Stewart said that Dr. Sven was a very busy and reclusive man, and he wasn't sure if I could get his contact. I didn't hesitate and immediately decided to contact the Institute and try to speak with him. I shared my entire journey and my wife's story, and a few days later I received a call from his assistant saying, "Hello Richard, we received your email, and Dr. Sven was very interested in your case. However, lately he has been extremely busy as he is making the final adjustments to his project, where he is competing for the Nobel Prize. So unfortunately, he won't be able to meet you, but he allowed me to make all of his research material available to you, and he said that if you study and apply this material, you will definitely be able to reverse your wife's case." At that moment, I understood perfectly. After all, Dr. Sven was a smart and upright man. I knew he had received several prestigious awards, including the Lasker Award, and was now competing for the Nobel.
If I'm not mistaken, Dr. Sven Johansson is that doctor who almost ended his career due to his serious case of neuropathy, right?
Exactly. He suffered from neuropathy for years, so from that, he made it his life mission to find a way to reverse nerve pain without enduring traditional treatments that don't solve the problem and only cause more damage.
Dr. Sven's research was the biggest blessing that could have appeared in our lives at that time.
2 days later, Dr. Sven's research was at my house, and surprise, it was at least 500 pages, an extremely detailed report with all the information possible. As a result, I spent an entire month completely immersed in research, day and night, and what I discovered was astonishing. I had finally ignited the spark to restore Susan's life.
Please tell us everything now. I'm sure folks at home are eager to finally discover the definitive solution to neuropathy.
All this time, we've been blaming the wrong problem. Nerve degeneration, nerve damage, injuries, and even poor posture or a sedentary lifestyle are not the real causes of neuropathic pain. The evidence shows that over 80% of the population has some type of nerve damage, but they don't suffer from neuropathy. The real cause of neuropathy has nothing to do with arthritis or nerve-firing failures, as previously believed. Now, I'm going to reveal to everyone, Rachel, the real cause behind it, a hidden molecule in the body of people suffering from neuropathy. We've nicknamed it the pain molecule. These molecules, known in medicine as pro-inflammatory cytokines, play a crucial role in regulating the immune system and inflammation in the body. They act like tiny messengers, signaling your immune system when and where to respond to a threat, such as an infection or injury. Under normal conditions, cytokines are essential for the proper functioning of the immune system, helping to regulate the body's inflammatory responses. They are released in small amounts in response to infections, injuries, or other stimuli, playing a vital role in healing and protecting tissues.
But then, wouldn't cytokines be beneficial to our body?
To a certain extent, let me explain further. When the body faces persistent or chronic inflammation, the production of these molecules can get out of control. This can happen due to a variety of factors, such as chronic stress, repeated injuries, autoimmune diseases, or even nutritional deficiencies. In these cases, the body starts to release inflammatory cytokines in large amounts, resulting in an excess of these molecules in the system. This excess, which should be temporary and controlled, becomes harmful because everything in the body must be in perfect balance to stay healthy. Instead of aiding recovery, these excess cytokines become toxic to the body and begin to damage healthy tissues.
Now I see. So in the case of nerve pain, they end up being harmful?
Exactly, Rachel. In the case of nerve pain, these toxins attack the protective myelin sheath that surrounds the nerves, tissues responsible for insulating and protecting nerve fibers. This protection is crucial for the transmission of signals, reducing interference and ensuring proper nerve function. When this protective layer is degraded due to the attack of these toxic molecules, the nerves become exposed and vulnerable. The degradation of the protective myelin sheath caused by the excess of these molecules leads to a series of problems. As I just explained, the protective tissues of the nerves are crucial for the proper conduction of nerve impulses. When inflammation damages this layer, the nerves start sending pain signals erratically and constantly, even without appropriate stimuli. The nerves begin to function irregularly, sending pain signals to the brain even when there is no direct injury, because they are exposed like an open wound. This is why neuropathic pain becomes so intense and hard to ignore. It's the direct result of this massive attack by the pain molecule on the protective myelin sheath of the nerves.
Excellent explanation, Dr. Richard, but I believe the folks at home might still be confused. Do you have a more practical example?
Certainly. We can compare the nerves to the wires of an electrical system. Just like these wires need an insulating layer to transmit energy efficiently, our nerves require proper protection to conduct signals correctly. Without this protective layer, nerve signals get mixed up, weakened, or even completely blocked, causing symptoms like tingling, burning sensations, and constant pain. When the protective layer of nerves is intact, signals flow smoothly without interruptions. However, if this protective layer is damaged by pro-inflammatory cytokines, the nerves become exposed, like a wire without insulation. This results in erratic nerve signals, sending uncontrollable pain messages to the brain even when there's no real stimulus. This is why neuropathic pain is so intense and hard to ignore, and when this persists for weeks, months, or even years, it causes even more significant damage, leading people to experience pain radiating through their nerves, tingling, stiffness, and weakness. In more severe cases, it can lead to nerve degeneration, causing the person to lose mobility and potentially be confined to a wheelchair. This was nearly the case for my wife, unfortunately.
If Richard hadn't discovered that this was happening inside my body, it's very likely that we wouldn't be here today sharing a story of overcoming. I would wake up feeling that terrible sensation of stiffness, tingling, and difficulty moving. I had to start avoiding daily activities because I could barely get out of bed.
So if you at home identify with what my wife said, there's a good chance that your nerves are already damaged due to the excess of this pain molecule. That's why painkillers, muscle relaxants, steroid injections, nerve stimulators, chiropractic care, stretching, exercises, yoga, and even those invasive surgeries don't solve the problem. They don't address the root cause and, in fact, make the problem worse in the long run. They allow the pain molecule to reproduce easily without obstacles. Look, Rachel, painkillers and muscle relaxants just temporarily mask the pain without treating the toxic inflammation that continues to damage the nerve. Steroid injections, while providing temporary relief, weaken the tissues around the nerve and, with repeated use, increase the risk of infections and other serious side effects. And the famous nerve stimulators exacerbate the problem by overstimulating an already inflamed and damaged area, worsening the pain over time.
That's crazy. I hope many people suffering from neuropathy have the opportunity to watch today's show. Now we understand the true cause of the problem, but how can the folks at home combat the pain molecule?
Well, Rachel, once we identified the true cause of the pain, I was able to focus all my efforts on finding a way to halt the progression of this molecule, to eliminate inflammation, and thereby restore nerve health, providing immediate and lasting pain relief. All my research revealed that the future of treatments for neuropathy lay in neutralizing these molecules and restoring nerve health. When we achieve this, pain relief finally comes and brings back quality of life.
Richard spent sleepless nights trying to understand how to use Dr. Sven's method in my case of neuropathy.
Exactly, and the answer in the end came from China, in the form of a rare vitamin known as palmitoylethanolamide. This is a naturally yellow substance produced by the body that belongs to the class of fatty acid amides.
So this is the famous yellow vitamin you mentioned at the start of the show, the one that's been working miracles for people suffering from chronic neuropathy.
Exactly. It plays a key role in regulating inflammation and pain by binding to receptors that modulate the inflammatory response and pain perception. When I discovered it, I hired a team of the best health researchers with whom I had the pleasure of working together at the Karolinska Institute in Sweden, where we conducted thousands of exhaustive tests and, through a meticulous process of purification and optimization, made it 14 times more effective and potent, and we named it Prime Palm. After being rigorously tested in 14 randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical studies, the gold standard of clinical trials, we discovered that taking Prime Palm could immediately stop the multiplication of the pain molecule, thus reducing inflammation and restoring the nerves. Taking Prime Palm is like sending an elite team of firefighters directly to the site of the fire, extinguishing the flames of the inflammatory proteins that are destroying nerve cells in people suffering from neuropathy.
What experiment did you use to prove the effectiveness of Prime Palm?
We asked some researchers from Oxford University to conduct a study for us. This study was titled Randomized Double-Blind Controlled Clinical Trial for Neuropathic Pain. It involved 636 participants divided into 3 groups. One group received a placebo, another received 300 milligrams of the vitamin, and the third received 600 milligrams of the vitamin. In just 3 weeks, those who took any dosage of Prime Palm reported significantly greater relief from nerve pain than the placebo group, with those receiving the highest dosage experiencing the best results. We were surprised to find that people not only experienced rapid pain relief from the first day, but more importantly, saw progress in pain levels and discomfort decrease month after month and continued to decrease steadily throughout the 6-month study. In other words, the results kept improving as the treatment continued. These results were replicated in other published clinical studies, where daily supplementation with Prime Palm resulted not only in drastic improvements in neuropathic pain and nerve inflammation, but also in physical function, muscle strength, and overall quality of life.
Dr. Richard, at this point in the story, I bet you had no doubts that this vitamin would be the key to stopping Susan's pain and improving her condition.
No doubt, when Richard finished his research and was sure that Prime Palm was safe, we started the treatment. And what happened in the following days was truly unbelievable. I began using this natural supplement, and in just a few days, a remarkable transformation began to happen. The pain, which was constant and debilitating, began to diminish right from the first day. I had spent years battling neuropathy and becoming increasingly discouraged, as I could no longer live life lightly. And finally, I had found real relief for the first time. Every day that passed, I reported all my improvements to Richard. The intense pains and electrical shocks decreased, and most importantly, the tingling, numbness, and weakness in my legs began to disappear completely. My mobility, which had been extremely compromised, where I could no longer even go to the bathroom alone, gradually returned. I managed to resume my daily activities, like taking a walk in the park with my husband, cooking my favorite meals, and even driving again.
Seeing Susan regain her quality of life was an emotionally intense experience. The joy of seeing her free from pain, the gratitude for finding a solution, and the realization that all my efforts and research were worthwhile were overwhelming emotions.
Dr. Richard, after all the success with Prime Palm and the promising research, how did you move forward to transform these results into something that could benefit more people?
Sure, Rachel. After seeing the success of Prime Palm with my wife, the news quickly spread among friends and family who were also suffering from nerve pain. What started as a desperate search to help Susan soon turned into a mission to share this discovery with as many people as possible. Since then, I've dedicated my time to helping others find relief from nerve pain. My team and I came together to develop a product that's available to everyone. And today, I'm very proud to introduce AlphaCur here. This advanced science-based solution is the first and only product that addresses the true cause of neuropathic pain, the pain molecule that damages nerves, leaving them exposed and causing debilitating pain. By stopping the excessive production of this molecule, you can eliminate inflammation and regenerate damaged nerves, relieving pain so you can enjoy a new life. Pain-free, without limitations, without painkillers or nerve stimulators, and with a smile on your face again.
That sounds simple and effective. How do you take AlphaCur?
All you need to do is swallow a small capsule with a glass of water every morning, which, in my experience, takes just a few seconds. But that's not all. To create AlphaCur, we wanted the best, so we didn't stop with Prime Palm. While Prime Palm works on its own to stop the pain, we discovered that its healing power is significantly enhanced when combined with other powerful ingredients.
What are these ingredients?
The rare ingredient is alpha-lipoic acid. This super antioxidant is one of the most powerful ingredients in the world for calming inflammation. Studies have shown it can drastically reduce inflammation and resulting joint pain, decrease stiffness and swelling, improve physical function, and significantly reduce the need for pain medication, and it does so quickly. This makes alpha-lipoic acid the perfect complement to Prime Palm.
Are there more ingredients?
Yes, we've included 5 more powerful ingredients. First, we added magnesium glycinate, essential for the proper functioning of muscles and nerves. Magnesium can also help reduce muscle cramps and tension that may contribute to neuropathic pain. The good news is that it's also crucial for energy production, blood sugar control, and the synthesis of proteins and DNA. We also included Ruscus puleatus, known as butcher's broom root extract, which improves circulation and reduces inflammation. Its anti-inflammatory properties are also beneficial for conditions like varicose veins and other circulatory issues, contributing to an overall sense of well-being. For rapid cell recovery, we added L-carnitine, which beyond its well-known role in converting fat into energy, helps improve physical performance recovery and reduce fatigue, providing more energy throughout the day. But we didn't stop there. After further research, we found that adding a specific type of turmeric leads to a surprisingly faster reduction in inflammation. Not just any turmeric, but turmeric rhizome extract with 95% curcuminoids. This extract is a potent anti-inflammatory that enhances the reduction of nerve inflammation, promoting overall well-being and vitality. Lastly, we included coenzyme Q10, a special vitamin that supports cellular energy production and has antioxidant properties, helping with muscle recovery and reducing pain. As an added bonus, coenzyme Q10 is excellent for improving heart health and reducing signs of aging, contributing to greater energy and vitality.
Dr. Richard, it really seems like AlphaCur is a comprehensive solution for those suffering from neuropathic pain. Exactly,
Rachel. It's a unique and powerful combination of ingredients that offers everything you need for quick nerve pain relief, improved health, and well-being in a 100% natural and healthy way. With it, people at home can say goodbye to pain medications and finally enjoy smooth, comfortable movement with the renewed flexibility of their youth.
And how does this impact the daily lives of people using AlphaCur, Dr. Richard?
Now I'll speak directly to the audience watching us today. Imagine how good it would feel to jump out of bed every morning and move freely without that burning sensation, sharp shocks, or numbness in your feet and hands. With AlphaCur, your nerves are no longer blocked and inflamed, but properly restored and protected. Imagine being able to bend down to pick something off the floor with the flexible, agile back and legs of a 20-year-old, sit comfortably cross-legged on the floor with your grandchildren as they play board games, or kneel in the garden to tend to your roses without fearing you might get stuck there, frozen in pain.
It sounds like AlphaCur truly transforms lives.
Absolutely, Rachel, and my wife, who is here with us today, is the living proof of that.
AlphaCur doesn't just relieve pain, it allows you to regain a level of comfort and benefits in all areas of life. With it, I stopped being seen as a fragile person. It helped me regain my confidence, freedom, and independence, and live life on my own terms.
And this is something many of our satisfied customers are experiencing right now. Since we made AlphaCur available for sale, we were confident it would change lives, and truly, we have not been disappointed.
Production, please show on the screen now some testimonials from people who have recently taken AlphaCur.
Since I started taking AlphaCur, I can now go up and down stairs normally.
I noticed that the pain started to decrease on the first day. It's not as frequent or as intense. I love to dance. I love to move and feel good, and I'm feeling more like that now. So I'm happy to think that the pain will never come back again.
I can do my household chores now, lift things, bend down, and get back up. I'm 73 years old, so, I was thinking, oh, it's going to get harder to do the chores. But now I'm enjoying it. I'm getting better every day, and I can tell the difference because I no longer feel sharp pains in my legs or back, plus my flexibility and energy to finish tasks have improved much faster.
Dr. Richard, you mentioned that AlphaCur provides fast and lasting relief from neuropathic pain. Can you explain how this process works from the very first day of use?
With pleasure, Rachel. AlphaCur is the only formula that combines these powerful ingredients in the ideal dosage for you. On the very first day of using AlphaCur, the first thing people notice is a reduction in nerve and body pain. Many people report that even while maintaining their daily routines without any extra effort, just by using AlphaCur, the pain starts to subside within the first few hours.
That sounds incredible. How does it happen?
It happens because the formula is 100% natural and is absorbed by your body in about 15 to 30 minutes, starting to work at the root of the problem. It stops the production of the pain molecule and eliminates them one by one. As this cleansing process occurs, your body begins to reap the benefits.
And what benefits can people expect in the following days?
You'll notice that those intense and persistent pains won't occur as frequently. You'll also see that the tingling and numbness in your nerves gradually decrease. Additionally, the morning stiffness, the pain while walking, or the discomfort when moving or standing for long periods will also start to disappear.
And all this without changing people's daily routines?
Exactly, Rachel. And the best part is that you won't need to take multiple medications, restrict your activities, or limit your movements. All of this happens naturally from day one. As the days go by, you'll also notice that your mobility is improving more and more, and those moments of intense pain that paralyze you won't bother you anymore.
Dr. Richard, this sounds almost miraculous. What do people say when they return to their doctor after starting AlphaCur treatment?
If I may, I can answer this question myself. After completing the first few weeks of use, when I visited my doctor, I heard the news that I was free of nerve pain and discomfort. At least that's what happened to me and to most people who started using AlphaCur.
Your story is truly inspiring, Susan. And are there any risks associated with using AlphaCur, Dr. Richard?
AlphaCur is 100% natural, unlike traditional medications, and has no contraindications. It is recommended for everyone, without exception. Whether you're a man or a woman, in your 30s or 90s, whether you've been in pain for years or only a few months, everyone can benefit.
That's truly impressive. And where is AlphaCur produced?
AlphaCur is proudly manufactured here in the United States, in a facility that strictly adheres to the highest standards of good manufacturing practices. It is meticulously crafted in an FDA-registered facility under rigorous standards, so it's truly risk-free for anyone. What's even more amazing is that this is the only formula currently available that can relieve even the most challenging cases of neuropathy. The proof is that every day, I receive testimonials in my email from people thanking me for creating this formula.
Could you share some stories from people who have used AlphaCur?
Of course. For example, take the case of Rose, 59, who managed to get rid of her pain after suffering from neuropathy pain for a decade. I suffered for years with nerve pain, tried several treatments until I tried AlphaCur. Each month, my pain decreased, and after 6 months, I was able to live pain-free again. Then there's Charlie, who managed to relieve his pain in just 5 weeks of treatment, and Sophie, who battled neuropathy pain for nearly 20 years, but finally found freedom. She always sends me pictures, thanking me for allowing her to move freely again, without fear, and without having to take medication all the time. I could spend all day sharing these stories. AlphaCur is the only clinically tested and approved formula that truly guarantees immediate and permanent relief from nerve pain and discomfort.
These are truly inspiring stories. Thank you for sharing, Dr. Richard. With so many positive results, I imagine AlphaCur has become quite popular. Can you tell us more about the product's availability?
Indeed, Rachel. Due to the extraordinary results AlphaCur offers, it quickly became a household name. Our last stock practically flew off the shelves. Currently, we have only 127 bottles available at the time of this recording. However, we are now facing a major supply chain crisis. This means we may run out of some of the powerful ingredients in AlphaCur, but I want to make it clear that we are not willing to sacrifice the quality of our product by using cheaper and less effective substitutes.
That sounds concerning. How can you ensure AlphaCur remains available?
With this shortage, we need to ensure that everyone who wants to use AlphaCur has the chance to get it. That's why I have an important message for those at home. If you want access to this formula, you must first meet 2 simple criteria. First, I don't want AlphaCur just sitting on your shelf. If you buy it, I want you to take it and experience all the benefits. If you want real results, you need to commit to taking AlphaCur every single day, rain or shine. Second, you must commit to taking AlphaCur long-term. While AlphaCur provides relief from day one, the longer you take it, the better you'll feel. That's why I recommend ordering at least a 3-month supply.
That sounds fair. You mentioned commitment. Do you have a question for our viewers before explaining how they can get AlphaCur?
Yes, I have a very important question. Are you ready to commit to your health and well-being? Are you ready to experience a pain-free life? If the answer is yes, I'll show you how you can secure your AlphaCur today. Imagine what your life will be like when you're completely free from nerve pain and discomfort. Picture the moment you visit your doctor and they look at your tests, surprised to see that you no longer suffer from those pains. Imagine how your life will change when you can finally return to your daily activities without constantly worrying about pain. Think about the relief you'll feel when you lie down in bed and can finally rest, knowing you'll wake up pain-free the next morning. You'll have many more years to enjoy life with your family and loved ones, not to mention the savings you'll experience. You won't need to spend a fortune on doctor visits or medications every month. No more frequent trips to the hospital or limitations in your daily activities. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Absolutely incredible, Dr. Richard. And you mentioned that all of this is possible just by addressing the true root cause of neuropathy, which until recently was completely unknown?
Exactly. All that needs to be done is to stop the multiplication of the pain molecule in the body, and this is only possible with these natural ingredients in the correct dosage. That's why AlphaCur is the only 100% natural formula that can completely relieve all symptoms related to neuropathy.
This is truly revolutionary. So, Dr. Richard, considering all these benefits...
Exactly, Rachel. Considering all these benefits, I have to ask our viewers, are you ready to take this step toward a pain-free life? Are you ready to experience what it's like to live without the limitations imposed by neuropathy? If the answer is yes, AlphaCur may be the solution you've been looking for.
Dr. Richard, with all this information and the clear benefits of AlphaCur, many people might be wondering how much something so impactful could cost. How would you address this question?
That's a great question, Rachel, and I understand that it can be difficult to put a price on something that has the potential to change lives so drastically. But I ask everyone to take a moment and think about everything they've already spent on pain treatments since their diagnosis. It's shocking when you add it all up.
Yes, pain treatments really aren't cheap.
Exactly. A recent study showed that Americans spend an average of $15,000 to $30,000 per year on pain treatments, therapies, doctor visits, and other related expenses. And honestly, I've never met anyone who permanently got rid of their pain using conventional treatments.
So, considering all of this, how much would AlphaCur cost?
Considering that AlphaCur is the only definitive and 100% natural solution for nerve pain and discomfort, it would be fair to think that this formula could be quite expensive. In fact, with the revolution it represents, we believe that Dr. Sven, who shared his studies and directly helped develop it, is on track to win the Nobel Prize in Medicine this year in Stockholm, Sweden.
That's impressive.
Yes, it is. But our goal here isn't to profit. We want as many people as possible to benefit from AlphaCur. That's why, despite being able to charge around $1,000, we decided not even $500, which would be half. After much discussion and negotiation with my team, we set a price that only covers our operational costs without compromising quality.
And is there a special offer for today's viewers?
Absolutely, Rachel. To raise awareness about the true cause of nerve pain and help as many people as possible, we've launched a special campaign. When you purchase our 6-bottle kit today, you only pay for 3 bottles. The other 3 are completely free. That means you get a full 6-month treatment, the most recommended for lasting results, but only pay half the price. But this offer is only for those watching our program today. Rachel, this means your viewers can get 3 bottles of AlphaCur completely free today.
This sounds like an incredible opportunity for those watching. How can they take advantage of this offer?
Rachel, we have some incredible options for our viewers. With the 6-month treatment plan, each bottle of AlphaCur costs only $49, and they won't pay anything for shipping. Securing your AlphaCur bottles is very simple. Just click the button below this video now to choose your kit and place your order. You'll receive your AlphaCur bottles at home in 2 to 5 days.
Are there options for those who aren't ready to commit to 6 months?
Of course, if you prefer to purchase the 3-bottle kit, you'll pay for only 2 bottles and get 1 completely free. This gives you a full 3-month treatment, and in this case, each bottle of AlphaCur costs only $69.
And what if someone just wants to try it out?
For those who may still be a bit hesitant, we also offer a flexible option where you don't have to commit to the full package. Instead, you can start with 2 bottles for just $79 each, a simple one-time payment that only covers the cost of manufacturing and shipping.
Sounds like this is a unique opportunity. Is there any urgency for those considering this offer?
Yes, Rachel. This is an exclusive offer available only today for those watching as part of our neuropathy pain awareness campaign. It's important to note that this offer is valid only while our current stock lasts. Given the demand we're seeing, these bottles could sell out at any moment. Currently, we have only 127 bottles available. If you want to take advantage of this unique opportunity to secure a complete 6-month treatment at a special price, now is the time. After this, we won't be able to offer AlphaCur at this price again.
What about restocking?
Due to the difficulty in sourcing the ingredients for our formula, it takes a long time to produce new stock. We estimate that once this stock runs out, it could take between 3 to 6 months before we can restock all components here in the US.
And the results? What are people saying about AlphaCur?
All the studies we've conducted show that people typically begin feeling the first signs of neuropathy pain relief within minutes of using AlphaCur. That's why I always recommend choosing the 6-month treatment plan. Not only does it offer a greater discount, but it also delivers the best overall results. By eliminating inflammation from your body, you also address many other health issues. Inflammation affects the health of your skin, heart, liver, and several other organs. That's why people who use AlphaCur for at least 6 months report not only pain relief, but also improvements in their immune system. They become free of other types of inflammation and diseases, and they say they lead a healthier life overall.
Dr. Richard, for those ready to make a change today and start the journey to a pain-free life, how can they purchase AlphaCur?
If you truly want to restore your health, eliminate pain from your life, and return to living a normal life without medications, without limitations, without spending a fortune, and with the ability to move freely again, here's what you need to do. Click the button below, select your quantity of AlphaCur bottles, and complete your purchase now. Once you choose your treatment, you'll be redirected to our secure payment page. There, you'll enter your contact information, followed by your payment details. Once your payment is completed, you'll be taken to a page where we have a special surprise waiting for you.
And what about confirmation and shipping?
We'll send you an order confirmation email immediately after payment is completed. And if you choose the 3 or 6 bottle option, your shipping will be completely free. This way, you can start your treatment without any additional worries about shipping costs.
It seems like interested viewers should act quickly. What's the urgency here?
Exactly, Rachel. Please select the ideal stock for you below while our promotion is still available. Our stock is limited, and with the high demand we're seeing, it could sell out quickly due to the number of people tuning in today. This is your chance to secure AlphaCur while it's available and at a promotional price.
Dr. Richard, some people may be hesitant or skeptical about trying something new, especially when it comes to their health. How do you address these concerns with AlphaCur?
Rachel, I completely understand. Skepticism is natural, especially when you've tried so many solutions without success. That's precisely why we decided to take all the risk off our customers' shoulders. We offer an exclusive 60-day guarantee with AlphaCur. If you choose any of the 3 AlphaCur kits, you can email us anytime at support@alphacur.com and we'll immediately refund your money.
So, essentially, people can try AlphaCur risk-free?
Exactly. You have 60 days to test AlphaCur without any risk. If it doesn't work for you, you simply get your money back. And the best part, you don't even have to return the bottles. I'm so confident in the effectiveness of this formula that I've removed all the risk for you. You can try it without fear. I guarantee it.
That's certainly reassuring for many of our viewers. Thank you, Dr. Richard, for offering that peace of mind and confidence in your product.
It's the least we can do, Rachel. We want people to feel comfortable and confident in making this life-changing decision. With AlphaCur, there's no risk involved.
Dr. Richard, with all these exciting bonuses you've mentioned, many viewers might feel hesitant to believe such incredible opportunities. Can you tell us more about them?
Of course, Rachel. After the success of AlphaCur, which was only possible thanks to Dr. Sven's initial studies, he became deeply interested in the incredible results AlphaCur was achieving, and we formed a partnership. As part of this, he made some exclusive bonuses available to everyone watching today. For those who secure 3 or 6 bottles of AlphaCur, we're offering exclusive access to 2 digital books that Dr. Sven and I prepared. The first is the Forever Young book. In this fascinating book, Dr. Sven shares discoveries on how to slow aging with simple, natural solutions that many people have never heard of. The simple morning ritual, this ancient secret, now gaining attention in modern science, naturally rejuvenates your skin. The results are astonishing. The miracle drink promises to slow aging by up to 20 years. Forget expensive solutions. This recipe can be made at home and has been used for centuries in a region famous for longevity. The invisible poison. Found in most homes, it's aging you from the inside out. This common pantry item might be your biggest enemy to youthfulness for you and your family. Slowing brain aging teaches you how to keep your brain sharp as a knife into your 90s, avoiding the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's. The book reveals a proven technique to literally rejuvenate your mind. The nighttime habit helps your body naturally produce collagen while you sleep and reveals what you should never do before bed. This habit could either accelerate or slow aging without you even noticing, and much more. Anyone who secures 3 or 6 bottles of AlphaCur today will receive a digital copy of this book absolutely free.
That's incredible, but there's more, right?
Absolutely. You'll also receive Bulletproof Health for Seniors. This digital book teaches 100% natural juice recipes you can make at home with common ingredients to protect your body against disease, boost your immunity, and maintain your overall health. Here's what's included in this book. Super Drink naturally lowers blood sugar levels, helping reduce reliance on heavy medications. Morning Juice keeps blood pressure at healthy levels by dilating blood vessels naturally. avoiding the dangers of hypertension. Heart Smoothie cleans arteries and drastically reduces the risk of heart attacks. Adding this drink to your routine can protect your heart and ensure a longer, healthier life. Anti-obesity recipe targets visceral fat, especially in women over 60. This specific combination of fruits and vegetables not only aids in weight loss, but also improves metabolic health and boosts energy. Night Tea regulates cholesterol and strengthens the immune system. This simple tea uses ingredients that have been used for centuries in Asia to keep cholesterol levels in check and prevent illness. Sleep Juice ensures deep rest and fights insomnia. Improve your sleep quality and wake up rejuvenated, ready to face the day with renewed energy.
Dr. Richard, you also mentioned a third, extremely valuable bonus for those who purchase AlphaCur today. Can you tell us more about it?
Of course, Rachel. To make a meaningful contribution to this campaign, I've decided to dedicate part of my time to helping people personally in a more direct way. I'm offering an exclusive private consultation with me. During this consultation, I'll share my personal email and answer all your questions about treating nerve pain or improving your overall health.
That sounds like an incredible opportunity. But this must be expensive, right?
Normally, yes. This private consultation and ongoing support with me usually cost Yen $200 per month. I'll guide you step by step to help you resolve all your health issues, eliminating every possible concern and transforming your life.
And how can people take advantage of this offer?
You'll have the freedom to send me as many emails as you want over 6 months, with any questions you have. Both Dr. Sven and I will read and respond personally with care. But of course, I can't offer this to everyone, so it will only be available to the first 10 people who purchase the 6-bottle kit through today's program. I recommend acting quickly to not miss out on this opportunity.
It seems our viewers need to act fast.
Yes, I strongly believe the bottles are running out quickly and traffic is at its peak. Simply click the button below to place your order and secure your bottles of AlphaCur along with these special bonuses. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to not only relieve neuropathic pain, but also receive personalized guidance that can transform your health and life.
Dr. Richard, do you have a final summary for our viewers about what they can expect when choosing AlphaCur today?
Absolutely, Rachel. By choosing AlphaCur, viewers will secure a 100% natural formula that is the only proven solution to relieve nerve and body pain. In addition, you'll receive a book that unveils key secrets on how to stay youthful for longer, slowing down the aging process. You'll also get a digital book with homemade juice recipes designed for people over 50, helping you tackle issues like obesity, cholesterol, heart problems, high blood pressure, insomnia, and more.
And what about the private consultation?
Exactly. You'll also have the opportunity to receive my personal consultation for 6 months, completely free, if you act quickly and complete your purchase. My only recommendation now is click the button below and place your order now.
This sounds like an incredible offer, Dr. Richard.
It really is, Rachel. Over the years, you may have spent so much on treatments and therapies without fully understanding them, wasting your hard-earned money on strange exercises and medications that likely made your condition worse. Now, you have the chance to use the only scientifically proven formula capable of relieving your nerve pain and stiffness for less than the price of a daily coffee.
And what about the long-term benefits?
I strongly recommend choosing the 6-bottle option. Think about how much your life and health can change when you keep your pain relieved for 6 consecutive months without missing a single day, rain or shine. This is exactly what you need. In the first few days, the pain will significantly decrease, lifting your spirits. In the following weeks, the pain will be nearly non-existent, enough for you to hear your doctor say that you're pain-free. But the true happiness comes when you can move freely without any pain. When this happens, you'll be able to cancel frequent doctor visits, stop painful treatments, throw away all your medications, and never again worry about limitations in your daily activities. That's what happens for everyone who follows the 6-month treatment plan. Additionally, by choosing this option, you'll feel more energetic and motivated, restore mobility and flexibility, and say goodbye to the intense stiffness that makes you feel like your nerves are blocked.
This can truly change lives, just like it did with your wife and many other patients.
Absolutely, Rachel. People will finally be able to spend more time with their loved ones, significantly improving their lives, freeing themselves from the frustrating and embarrassing discomfort of nerve pain and the fear of disability. They'll regain their zest for life and return to doing the things they love.
Dr. Richard, thank you for sharing this with us today. I'm sure viewers at home are appreciating all the information.
Thank you, Rachel. Remember, there are only 127 bottles left, and many people are watching the program right now, just like you. Most of them have realized that the 6-bottle option is the best and will choose it. Others will opt for the 3-bottle option, and some for the 1-bottle option. Do you really think this stock will last until the end of the day? I urge all our viewers not to miss this chance. It's now or never. Click the button below, select your bottle package, and place your order right now.
Dr. Richard, this sounds like a pivotal moment for many of our viewers. Can you summarize the choices they have now?
Of course, Rachel. Right now, our viewers are faced with 2 choices. The first is to continue down their current path, watching as pain steals their lives, taking away their independence, the joy of moving freely, and filling their minds and hearts with anxiety about what the future holds.
And the second option?
The second option is to choose a pain-free life by starting AlphaCur this week. This is the best path to a happy and blessed life, free from neuropathic and bodily pain, free from complications and limitations.
I made that choice, Rachel, and it changed my life. After starting the AlphaCur treatment, the changes were remarkable. Suddenly, I was participating in life again, not just watching from the sidelines.
Transforming your life is just 1 click away. Simply click the button below and choose your treatment. Relieving this pain is much easier than most people think. Thousands have already done it, and if they can, so can you.
And let me tell you, don't wait. I wish I had found AlphaCur sooner. Every day without pain is a gift.
Dr. Richard, do you have a recent example of someone who made this decision?
I can tell you about Carmen, 69 years old. A few weeks ago, she barely had the energy to get out of bed, and today she sent me a photo, all smiles, as she resumed her morning walks. She also sent me her test results and told me she's never felt so free from pain.
That's truly inspiring. It seems like AlphaCur isn't just a treatment, it's a gateway to a new life.
Exactly, Rachel. And it's an opportunity we're offering right now. Click the button below, select your treatment, and place your order. It's an investment in your health and happiness.
I struggled from nerve pain for years and tried numerous remedies with little success. Then I discovered AlphaCur. From my very first use, I noticed a significant reduction in my pain. Unlike other treatments, AlphaCur provided quick and lasting relief. Within a week, I was able to resume my daily activities without constant discomfort. Its ease of use and effectiveness truly improved my quality of life. I strongly recommend it to anyone suffering from nerve pain issues. It was a game changer for me.
I've battled with nerve pain for so long, and it severely impacted my daily life and activities. When I started using AlphaCur, I was amazed by the results. Within a few days, the excruciating pain I had grown accustomed to was significantly reduced. It was incredible to feel such rapid relief. AlphaCur not only eased my pain, but also allowed me to move more freely and enjoy life again. This product has been a lifesaver, and I strongly recommend it to anyone struggling with joint pain. It really works.
Since I started taking AlphaCur, I no longer feel any nerve pain.
Dr. Richard, it's inspiring to see how AlphaCur has helped so many people.
Absolutely, Rachel. Every day, I receive messages from people whose lives have been transformed by AlphaCur, returning to the activities they love, spending more time with their families without pain, and regaining the independence that pain had taken from them. To me, that is priceless. For those watching and eager to experience this transformation, securing your supply of AlphaCur is simple. Just click the button below and choose one of the available kits. If you're able to access the payment page and enter your information, it means we still have stock.
And what about those who are worried about risks or uncertainties in trying something new?
I completely understand those concerns, Rachel. That's why we offer a 60-day risk-free guarantee. Viewers can try AlphaCur, and if for any reason they're not satisfied, they can receive a full refund. Additionally, we're offering free shipping for the 3 and 6 bottle kits, access to our valuable digital resources, and personal support through my email for any questions during treatment.
That really removes many barriers. And you mentioned one last thing earlier.
Yes, Rachel. In addition to all these benefits, I want to emphasize our team's commitment to providing ongoing support to everyone who chooses AlphaCur. We're not just here to sell a product. We're here to be part of your health journey, helping you live pain-free and with total freedom.
Dr. Richard, before we wrap up, you mentioned you have a special surprise for everyone who purchases AlphaCur today. Can you give us a hint?
Of course, Rachel. Everyone loves surprises, and I have something very special for everyone who secures any quantity of AlphaCur today. This surprise isn't a book, a bottle, or anything else you might be imagining. It's something even better than everything we've discussed here today.
That sounds intriguing. How can our viewers find out what it is?
I won't spoil the surprise by revealing it now, but everyone will discover it as soon as they complete their order. Once you finish your purchase, you'll be automatically directed to this surprise, so pay close attention to all the instructions that appear. It's my final gift, and that's all I'm going to say.
It seems that our viewers have one more great reason to act quickly. Dr. Richard and Susan, thank you for sharing your story and this incredible discovery with us today.
I truly hope that those of you watching this program take advantage of this opportunity, because I'm certain it won't come around again. It's been my pleasure to share all of this with you today. Now you're ready to begin.
It was a great pleasure to be here today.
Thank you, Dr. Richard and Susan. Don't miss this chance to relieve your neuropathic pain today. Click the button below and start relieving your neuropathic pain today. Now, before we wrap up the program, my team has compiled some of the most frequently asked questions from today's show. Dr. Richard, it seems we have some frequently asked questions from our viewers about AlphaCur. Can you help clarify them?
Of course, Rachel. I'm happy to help.
The first question is, I started using AlphaCur less than 5 days ago, and my pain has already significantly decreased. Is it normal to see results so quickly?
Yes, it's completely normal. Just like in the gym, where some people lose weight faster than others, with AlphaCur, some people experience results more quickly. This just means your body is responding well.
Another question we've received is, you said delivery would take up to 5 days, but I received mine in just 2 days. Is that normal?
Yes, it's normal, especially if you chose the 6-bottle option. Our shipping team prioritizes those who purchase the 6-month package. So many people receive their AlphaCur well before the estimated delivery date.
And what about pain relief without lifestyle changes?
Absolutely. Your lifestyle doesn't affect AlphaCur's results. It doesn't matter what you eat, your genetics, or even your age. The results will be the same because AlphaCur targets the root cause of pain, inflammation, which has nothing to do with your daily routine.
We've also received a question about contraindications. I bought AlphaCur for my mom, and after 28 days, she's feeling better than ever and wants to keep taking it. She's 68 years old. Does AlphaCur have any contraindications?
No, AlphaCur is made with 100% natural ingredients and has no side effects. It's safe for anyone to take. In fact, it's even recommended for people without chronic problems, as it helps prevent pain, reduce inflammation, and promote overall health.
And how can someone place an order?
It's very simple. Just click the button below this video, choose the package that best suits your needs, and complete your purchase. Our 6-bottle package is the most popular because it offers the best value, with each bottle costing only $49. It's a significant saving.
And what about the security of personal details?
Yes, you can rest assured that your information is secure. We use one of the largest and most secure payment gateways in America, the same system used by major banks. Your data is 100% protected, with no chance of being accessed by third parties.
Finally, how long will this offer be available to the public?
While my goal is to help as many people as possible break free from nerve and body pain, the truth is that there's a lot of pressure against us from big pharmaceutical companies. These billion-dollar corporations don't want natural and effective solutions like AlphaCur to be accessible to the public, especially at such an affordable price. Additionally, because our focus is on maintaining the highest quality ingredients, the process of importing, manufacturing, and inspecting new batches can take 4 to 5 months. So I truly don't know when we'll have a new batch available. It's crucial that you secure your bottles today. I strongly recommend choosing as many bottles as possible to avoid running out and disrupting your treatment.
Dr. Richard, thank you for clearing up these doubts. It seems like now is the time to act.
Thank you, Rachel, and thank you to everyone who watched us today. Make the right choice now.
Click the button below and complete your payment now. This could be the best decision of your life. Thank you for watching.